Top 10 Netflix action movies. Whether you're a fan of science fiction, secret intelligence, car chases, or rooftop combat, there's an action movie for every kind of adrenaline seeker now on Netflix. So you can kick back and relax because we've already picked out the 10 best action movies on Netflix, streaming right now. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we will tell you all about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 Netflix action movies. So let's get started. Number 10. A 2021 American action thriller film, Kate, is directed by Cedric Nicholas Troyan, and in the movie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead gives John Wick a run for his money. And she is joined by Woody Harrelson and Game of Thrones' Michael Huisman, making for an engaging romp that's well worth a watch. The film follows Kate, an assassin, whose mentor and handler, Harrelson, assigns her to kill a high-ranking Yakuza boss. During Kate's final mission, she finds out that she has been poisoned and has at most a day to live. So she uses her last hours to give revenge and find out who set her up. So ignore the naysayers who say this one's simply another knockoff of Keanu Reeves' action franchise. Number 9. Trumpeted by Netflix as a new school western, The Harder They Fall in fact takes the staples of old school westerns but blends them all together in a manner that feels fresh and vibrant. It is a 2021 American western film directed by Jimmy Samuel and has a score of 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. In the movie, when outlaw Nate Love discovers that his enemy Rufus Buck is being released from prison, he rounds up his gang to track Rufus down and seek revenge. Those writing with him, this assured, righteously new school western includes his former love Stagecoach Mary, his right and left-hand men, hot-tempered Bill Pickett, and fast-drawing Jim Beckworth, and a surprising adversary turned ally. On the flip side, Rufus Buck has his own fearsome crew, including treacherous Trudy Smith and Cherokee Bill, and they are not a group that knows how to lose. Number 8. You might know him as Crossbones from the MCU, or as that guy from the Purge movies. Here, Frank Grillo plays a getaway driver, aka the wheelman of the title, thrown into an unfortunate set of circumstances when a heist goes wrong. With a car full of cash and no idea who framed him, it's up to him to figure out what happened, even though he's no idea who he can trust. By the time the end rolls around, there's no doubting this is a balls-to-the-wall actioner. And really, who doesn't like a good car chase movie? Even when they're bad, they're still a blast. Luckily, Wheelman is an excellent experiment in blending thrills and action, with a brisk running time that will make it speed by. Number 7. Watching Chinese box office smash The Wandering Earth seems as if a screenwriter mainlined every 90s Hollywood disaster movie, then promptly declared, "Hold all the beers in the world." It's ambitious as hell, yet director Frank Guo and his team somehow juggled a superb ensemble cast along with the series of showy visuals for an at times arresting disaster actioner. In the movie, Earth is in dire straits as the sun is on the cusp of dying out, making life on the planet uninhabitable. Scientists pepper the Earth's surface with 10,000 rocket thrusters, enabling Earth to be directed to a new star system, as long as they also avoid pesky Jupiter's gravity. Number 6. A feature-length version of the 2016 short film of the same name, Code 8, is a 2019 Canadian science fiction action film written and directed by Jeff Kahn. Kahn hardly has the type of budget typically tossed at superhero fare, yet this grittier take on an X-Men-esque world delivers plenty of compelling action sequences. The movie follows a world where people with special abilities are living in poverty. Connor Reed is a powerful young man who is struggling to pay for his ailing mother's medical treatment. So, to earn money, he joins a lucrative criminal world led by Garrett, who works for a drug lord. Number 5. Unrelenting in its pursuit of scenarios where guys point big guns at each other in sparsely lit empty hallways, Time to Hunt is a South Korean thriller that knows exactly what stylistic register it's playing in. In the dystopian South Korea, Jun Suk gets out of prison for a previous heist he and his friends had messed up, and the currency had crashed massively, making the haul of their last job effectively worthless. So, Jun Suk proposes one last heist to his best friend, Jang Ho and Ki Hoon, in order for the trio to escape from their miserable situations. Their target is an illegal gambling house, which stores hefty stacks of US dollars. Number 4. A 2016 3D military science fiction, supernatural horror fantasy, and action-adventure thriller war film titled Spectral is directed by Nick Mathieu. The movie has earned a score of 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Netflix also released a prequel graphic novel of the film called Spectral, Ghosts of War, which was made available digitally through the website. Spectral is one of the early Netflix original films, and it poses an unusual problem for its lead character Klein. As a DARPA scientist, it's Klein's job to investigate when U.S. soldiers in Moldova encounter ghost-like apparitions that cannot be killed, harmed, or easily seen. After meeting up with General Orland and his men, as well as CIA officer Fran Madison, Klein discovers that the apparitions are a man-made threat, but knowing this and finding a way of stopping them are two different things, and nothing seems to slow down the rampage. Number 3. Next up, we have the action movie titled The Debt Collector, a 2018 movie which is directed by Jesse V. Johnson, with a score of 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie is worth a watch, with all its amazing action sequences and twists. In the movie, a broke martial arts instructor takes a side gig as a debt collector for the mob in this zany action flick that might as well be an advertisement to get kids into MMA. Nonetheless, it's a good time as the martial artist and his mob-appointed thug partner spend the weekend forcibly collecting debts and having silly amounts of fun doing it. Number 2. Efficient sci-fi thriller with big blockbuster aspirations, Extinction, is a 2018 American science fiction action film directed by Ben Young. The movie has attracted a huge viewership, and if you are into big twists and turns, then this movie is definitely for you. The plot of the movie follows a family man who is plagued by dreams of loss, but his dreams turn out to be more prophetic than paranoid when the planet is attacked by an off-world invasion. As he fights to protect the people he loves, he discovers a hidden strength that can keep them safe from harm. Number 1. Based on the 2012 nonfiction book The Outpost, An Untold Story of American Valor by Jake Taper, with praise for the battle sequences and respectful depiction of the soldiers. In 2009, 53 American troops were attacked at the remote combat outpost Keating during the war in Afghanistan. The Outpost tells the story of these soldiers as they attempt to hold off an enemy force that has them severely outnumbered. More alarmingly, the army has stripped the small fortress of its resources, leaving the remaining troops in a very dangerous situation. The majority of the film takes place before the attack, and it paints a relatively realistic depiction of the lives of American soldiers caught up in a brutal war. But when the attack begins, the outpost is elevated and becomes even more versatile as the soldiers face overwhelming odds while fighting for their lives. It's a gripping battle sequence that makes this film an unforgettable experience. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.